Today, we're diving into the extraordinary story of Daniel, a remarkable individual whose journey is nothing short of inspiring. From overcoming challenges to achieving incredible feats, Daniel's story is one that will leave you in awe. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be captivated by the tale of Daniel. And hey, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more amazing stories like this. Let's spread the inspiration together. Deep within the ancient pages of the Bible lies one of the most powerful accounts of faith, courage, and devotion, the story of Daniel. Though ripped from his homeland as a youth and thrust into the opulent but pagan court of Babylon, Daniel never wavered in his allegiance to the one true God of Israel. His unwavering spiritual conviction, even under brutal persecution, has inspired the faithful for over 2.5 millennia. The book of Daniel opens in the tumultuous year of 605 BC, when the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar besieged Jerusalem and took captives from among Judah's elite families back to Babylon. Daniel was one of these exiles, torn from the holy city and deported alongside his friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Despite the upheaval of being forcibly uprooted and thrust into the heart of the thriving but idolatrous Babylonian Empire, the teenage Daniel showed steadfast allegiance to the teachings and traditions of his people from the very beginning. He demonstrated this through a daring act of civil disobedience, refusing the rich foods and wines from the king's table, as it likely involved violations of the kosher dietary laws. Concerned that the prescribed foods and libations could make him spiritually unclean, Daniel respectfully requested an alternative diet of simple vegetables and water. Yet the Babylonian official was apprehensive, fearing being punished if the exiled youths appeared malnourished. Daniel proposed a test, boldly putting his faith and physical well-being in God's hands. After just 10 days, he and his friends appeared healthier and more vibrant than those nourished from the king's kitchen. This small act of resistance set the stage for a lifetime of faithful integrity. Daniel's unflagging adherence to God's commands and his spiritual gifts soon brought him to prominence in the royal court. His ability to interpret dreams and visions with preternatural wisdom from the Lord caught the attention of King Nebuchadnezzar. When none of the king's wise men could unravel his troubling dream of a colossal statue, only Daniel could unlock its prophetic meaning of future kingdoms and rulers falling before the ultimate eternal kingdom of the Most High. This bold moment elevated Daniel's stature and brought God's supremacy into the heart of Babylon's pagan culture. Nebuchadnezzar declared, "Truly your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings, and the revealer of mysteries." Yet this was a mere foreshadowing of the faith Daniel's three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, would soon display. When King Nebuchadnezzar erected a towering golden idol and demanded all his subjects bow in worship upon hearing the royal music, Daniel's friends refused to violate the first commandment prohibiting idolatry. They stood firm even when threatened with being hurled into a scorching furnace. "Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us, but even if he does not, we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image," they boldly declared. Enraged, the king had the youths bound and cast into the roaring furnace, its heat so intense that it instantly killed their executioners. Yet when King Nebuchadnezzar peered inside, he was astonished to see the men walking unharmed, accompanied by a fourth figure, like a son of the gods. While unwavering in their willingness to accept death, God shielded Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the flames in another miraculous deliverance. This dramatic confrontation stamped an indelible mark of the Hebrews' uncompromising monotheism and allegiance to their sovereign Lord. The account then shifts to the reign of King Belshazzar, who profanely used sacred vessels from the Jewish temple in Jerusalem during a drunken feast, prompting a disembodied hand to inscribe an enigmatic message on the palace wall. Alone among the wise men, Daniel could decipher its dire meaning of the king's imminent downfall. That very night, the end came, just as Daniel forewarned. Under the subsequent Persian rule, Daniel's impeccable service brought him honors and authority, garnering the envy and resentment of regional administrators and satraps. Driven by jealousy, they manipulated the vain King Darius into decreeing that none could pray to any god or man except the king for 30 days. Those who violated this edict faced death by being cast into the lion's den. When Daniel learned of this outrageous prohibition on worshiping the true God, he chose faithfulness over self-preservation. Undeterred, he continued kneeling. Thank you for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.